Yo, here goes nothing. A lot of these feelings have already been explored in previous installations in the series. Not very well, but if you look, the ideas are there. And I mean, I would fucking know. What I do have to say is mostly cursory shite. I'm not exactly a fucking wordful person. That said, here are the cards I'm going to be playing with and here's the script for you fucking monkeys out there. Well, at least the first part of it. Pacing was pretty abysmal. The action, what little there was pretty well choreographed, but only because of money. It felt like a production, and not in a good way. The fights had zero depth, what little fighting there was. Like, really, there was only a handful of inconsequential barrages of some punching and shit. The whole season was like a fucking Gaussian splat. Like, literally, how the fuck do you even pronounce that? As I was writing this, which this part was written as well, I realized that having had written it down doesn't make the stream much easier to either get out or follow. True statement. Let me... for Scorched Earth, Blood and Bone, Shock and Awe, it absolutely should have been such that there was at least one or two graphic content warnings. Like, come on. I mean, really, fucking removing the V from Homelander's system and displacing his brains, that's just like fucking protective measures. The show left me feeling, as I imagined, the same way as some of the actors have expressed, in a cloud of fucking disappointment. If you're wondering, yes. Why, yes, what? I don't know. That's a good question, because that wasn't scripted. In my opinion, it did something worse than become a parody of itself. It ended up being in its own shadow, like the fucking ass sniffing scene, foot and mouth. I'm saying a lot about the violent side because the brash, invasive, oft-violent nature of the show is what I like about it. There's not all that much like it. Into season 4, the explosive action made up for an increasing lack of good, or even like gooder-ish writing elsewhere. The acting was mitigated from a raw, defining characteristic, at times potentially redefining, into really just that of a slightly subpar suspense flick. It turned from a core ideal of the writing to little compensation for "Oi, you love, let's go get Homelander." And fucking ass like that, fucking tit shit like that. They have an altercation, some useless dialogue from thing 1, 2, 3, and maybe thing 4, e.g. Starlight, or like fucking MM. Not even compensation, more like a carrot on a stick. Like, hey, you know this one punch that happened in that trailer? Get to this fucking slog and you might see it. That one punch. Like, really, truly. I think someone named M Gator does a really good job of reenacting that. Um, well into season 4 and fucking throughout season 5, it became less so compensation and more so just a buffer. Like, and like fucking buffer override. Butcher, for no fucking reason, lost his conviction and the rage running through his veins. The altercations died down. The dialogue, which had become even more completely fucking useless, was, in and of itself, compensated for, again, for no fucking reason, by monologues. I can't remember exactly who gave what string of words barely hung together, but I know there was one by Sage. I don't remember because it was utter fucking shit. If the monologues had even some intent methodically pushed into the sagging heap of screen time through the verbiage. Notice how many words I used there to explicitly avoid saying if they were useful at all. I would be truly amazed and awestruck. But that would not have the slightest effect on my view of the show. If the monologues hadn't been removed altogether, I might reconsider a large portion of my views here. That's possible, but not even remotely plausible. Now, I say, as I write, or possibly vice versa, as I'm writing it, I'm going to stop writing here before I can actually say all this, so that I can see how long it is. Far. So, huh? Exactly. Not trying to be cringe here, but like, yeah, that's what I have here. Literally. How do I put this into writing? A lot of this space bar. I don't know if you've heard of it. I'm raw dogging it. Really. That wasn't in the script. Or was it? I do have a few more thoughts that are fully formed, believe it or not. That I sure hope don't make this too much longer. That's part of the script. Newsflash. It's it's about twice as long. The only mark of Sister Sage's intelligence was words, and also, like, the only reason any of her plans were fucking diabolical at all, is because the horror writing said so. A lot of the funny bits were funny, like fucking Volcano Corn is funny as shit. Sister Sage actually getting fucking lobotomized by Kamiko was funny, but as you might get a sense for, right now and or potentially next week by watching my per episode reviews, the show is a lot better in my head. A lot of it was awful, yes, but really only just a sign of the times, really nothing more, nothing less. Really, that's, yeah. They gave the boys a happy ending. That's, in a somewhat literal sense, the shit-colored cherry on top. And I mean, like, Huey has perm V powers. Yeah, sure, okay, bro. I guess the show going out like a shark is, yeah, like, okay, sure, dude. at least the powers Huey fucking conjured how to use and were indeed useful. 2 or 3 or just a couple more big things. The episode where Omlanda gets his precious V1. I don't even remember which fucking episode it is since it sucked so much fucking BBL AIDS loving fuck ass. It ends with Homelander doing the fucking Voldemort thing. We don't ever see that again. Nor anything even remotely close. We catch a cheap imitation of that level of power. Fucking glaze Billy like a rubber pellet. In episode 1, Homelander catches the A train. Later on, we actually see the blur of Homelander as he speeds his way across a very small building. Was it a school? Lab? I don't know. The boys' hideout. Very, very fucking small relative to many, many forests that he chased A train through. V1 people, after having set pace with A train, he should be fucking teleporting. Come on. Also, Soldier Boy getting over his mommy issues, motherfucking crazy. Especially considering that shocked the smartest person ever. That's fucking horrible writing. Just like me for real. And about that twist, yeah, Homelander next episode disposes of his daddy because he can't get over his own mommy issues. Now that piece of the autistic keychain, that's the twist of the fucking century.
How bad to start, man. I almost got the spot where I need to grab the wall. Okay, we're gonna reload so that I have the right amount of health. I could probably get away with
I wasn't lying when I said it was double. Do I have anything more to say? No. Not really. In my head, as a fan of the show, well, more so, as a fan of the show, I would give it a solid, like, 7.25 out of 10. No, I think like 7 3/8 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah, I would give it a solid 7 3/8 out of 10. Now, as The Boys season 5, realistically, I would give it like a fucking 5, maybe a 4.9, maybe like a 5.3, maybe like a 5.7. Yeah. It leaves me feeling very similar feelings to that which I felt during Iron Man featuring Robert Downey Jr. Iron Lung featuring Danny DeVito. What? Okay. Also, I tricked you. The answer was actually no. Get duped, bitch. Stop being so schizophrenic. God damn.